Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is women, stand up and be proud of who you are. Stand up and be proud. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, before we get started, for those of you who may be interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find a link in the description. All right, let's dive into this topic today. Women, stand up and be proud. Now, to start us off, two people sent me this video, all right, about this man talking about prideful women. Let's watch a little segment of this video, and then we're going to talk about this issue, okay? All right, here we go.
The prideful woman will listen to the whispers from the devil. What I mean by that? See, that statement alone already got people upset. Let me tell you something. I'm going to break this down in a spiritual way so y'all can truly leave with clarity. And one thing about the truth will do one thing. It will pierce. But one or two things you can do with it. You can either one, receive, or two, get defensive. But now you got to ask yourself, what is it that I'm defending? I see that Satan has stolen our women from us. He's been shaping them and made daughters out of them due to their pride. Let me tell y'all something, man. Satan, he's lurking. He lurks around, just waiting to kill, steal, and destroy. And the people that he like to use are people that are real prideful. And notice when we're prideful, it goes against God's will. Whenever we get real prideful and we make a decision, it ain't what God wanted us to do. So what happens is when you become real prideful, you start to serve self. You do what self feel is right. You get what I'm saying? And that's when the devil began to whisper in your ear. And now you're so full of self, you're thinking these thoughts are you. Because the devil gonna tell you what you want to hear. He gonna tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear.
Okay, now let's look at this issue of pride. All right, now from the video, the guy admits that he is Christian, okay, and he follows the God of the Bible, all right, which a lot of people do, okay, and the God of the Bible has certain rules. I am spiritual. I do not follow the Bible. Although there are a lot of truths in the Bible, I believe that the Bible has been, the messages in the Bible, a lot have been distorted and the meaning has been lost in a lot of the scriptures. So that being said, the creator of the universe, source energy, is not the God of the Bible. I know that's going to ruffle a lot of your feathers. I know that. But I always say on my videos, there are a lot of gods in the universe. The universal source is not a person. The universal source is energy. The creator of all is a vibrational energy. It is not a person up into the clouds somewhere with binoculars looking down trying to see what you're doing. Okay? If that's the God of the Bible, okay, so that's something different. And this fella says that he follows that. All right? So he's saying that pride is evil and women are becoming too prideful. You know why he's saying that? Because men want women to submit to them. And spirituality teaches you to be strong, to be confident, and to be powerful. You are a powerful being. There's no reason for you to have to submit to a man. Now let's read some of these definitions about pride. All right. The quality or state of being proud, reasonable self-esteem, confidence, and satisfaction in oneself. I don't see where that's evil. You see any evil in it? Okay, here we go. Here's another definition. Pride is a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. The achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, or from qualities of possessions that are widely admired. There's no reason, I don't see where the evil is, for you to be proud of your achievements, proud of who you are, proud of the work that you've done to yourself. That's a good thing. That is not evil. Now, let's look at what the biblical text says about pride. Okay? Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Pride refers to someone who has an exaggerated sense of feeling good. I don't see where that's evil either. If you have an exaggerated sense of feeling wonderful about your life, what's wrong with that? Why is that a sin? I don't get it. This might mean that someone has no respect for what other people do. They only respect what he or she does. Nah, that's not pride. Pride has nothing to do with another person. Pride is an individual feeling that you feel about yourself. And it shows when you are proud of your accomplishments. But when you meet these weak, sorry, low-down men, it irritates them when you're too proud, you see, because they don't measure up. That's all it is. They just don't measure up. Now, I don't want to talk about the guy in the video. I don't want to, his belief is his belief. And those that believe that way, that's your belief. But I am a spiritualist. And the divine source energy wants you to be proud of your accomplishments, to be confident, to have high self-esteem, to continue to ascend, to be the greatest version of yourself. You see, and it has nothing to do with a man. If a man cannot measure up and work on himself to be there, then that's on him. Ladies, we're not going to stop our progress for a man. He needs to catch up or be forgotten. All right? So, some men feel intimidated by women who are too confident. Okay? Well, that's on them. That's not on us. That's not on us. We're living our best life. Our best life. And if he cannot roll with that, then just leave him behind. Leave him behind. But ladies, don't allow these men to tell you who you are. They want to describe who you are and who you should be. You see, in the Bible, it teaches women to be submissive. To be submissive. But in spirituality, it teaches you to be confident, to stand up, to stand your ground, to be strong, to know who you are, and know that you can create the life that you want. You don't need a man for that. You don't need a man for that. Needing a man and wanting a man is 2 different things. Okay? If you have everything that you need in your life, and you would like a man to enjoy life with you, and if he is on your level or higher, then fine. But don't date a man lower, because he is the one who will constantly be telling you that you're too much. You too proud of yourself. You too prideful. No. Don't pay any attention to it. All right. Now we have a letter. And let's read this letter and see what she says here. I am not closed-minded. But I think there's some confusion, and role changes have led men of all races and ages to lack clear guidance in what is expected. Well, yeah, that's true. Because men don't have mentors anymore like they used to. In the old days, your granddaddy could show, your granddaddy showed your dad what to do. Your dad showed his son what to do, and that kind of thing. But no more. The family has been almost destroyed. Almost destroyed. Men are not acting like men anymore. They're acting like wimpy little females. That's what they're acting like. Wimpy little females. Okay? So let's see here. I have hired young men to help me clean up my basement. And I do have domestic pigeons as pets. Some people don't like pigeons, but these are the tame variety kind. Like the birds that are turned loose at the weddings and funerals and that kind of thing. Okay. They double as doves. Pigeons are used in place of doves because they can find their way back home after circling a few times. Okay, these are homing pigeons, so you can let them go at a funeral or at a wedding, and then they'll find their way back home. Okay. I wasn't asking the big wimps to clean up around vultures, or even if I was, they are in cages. No touching of the actual birds or their cages. Yet these boys wanted hazmat suits and more money to vacuum and sweep. I sent them on their way. I don't blame you. There are young men who will come out and do you a good job. But then there are some young men, and this is not all young men. All the young men are not irresponsible, or all young men don't want, are out here and they don't want to work. There are some men who will come and do a good job. So I don't want to taint it like all young men have a problem these days, because I don't think that's true. They got angry and ripped up some of my tomato plants from the yard. That's crazy. Because you told them that, no, that's okay. They got mad and wanted to destroy something in your home. And you were paying them $75 each. You picked the wrong guys to do the work. That's all. And you say that work should have just taken them an hour. I then hired 2 women, over 50, who did the job and then some without complaints. I have tried and tried to find a reliable handyman because I fear there is some miscommunication in either men not wanting hands-on work. Well, there are some men, I tell you, who will do your hands-on work and they will do a good job. It's just that maybe you just haven't run into the right young man yet. Okay. Or the right handyman yet. It takes a while to find a good handyman. Every person that comes out here and says that they are a handyman, they're not. They're not. When looking for a handyman, you need a reference. And if you can, see some work that they have done before. And this will give you an idea of what you'll get. Okay? Now that my husband is home from the hospital, he says the quiet part out loud and asks them how they got to be such whiny pussies. He told them that. He is disabled and feels bad he can't fix things for me anymore. So, your husband, you just got the wrong handyman. That's all. There are some good handymen, but see if you can find a reference. Somebody who's had work done by somebody and can refer them to you. And I think maybe you'll come out better. Or stay with them 50-year-old women. Keep their number handy. Maybe they'll come back and do it again when you need it to be done. So, I hope you understand that. And I really hope that it helps you. Now, we do have another letter. And this one remarked on a video that I did recently. So I'm going to address this letter. And let me read it. And then I'll tell you what I think. Okay? Here we go. I wanted to write you because I think you are placing yourself in a great liability with advice you gave on incest and child abuse. You have told the audience 2 days in a row that when child abuse happens, that there is nothing they can do. Did I say that? Did I really say that there's nothing you can do? Okay. To focus on themselves. Right. I did tell you to focus on yourself being happy. This is what I said. This is not true. Why not? Why isn't it true? You should advise anyone who even has reasonable suspicion to report this to the authorities or Child Protective Services 24/7 reporting line. Well, let me go on and read this. They can even report anonymously. This is a crime. The audience is not helpless. You should not advise adults to turn their back on crime against a child where the law will intervene. Okay, maybe there was some misunderstanding. I wasn't meaning to leave you helpless. And I don't believe my advice was for you to turn your back on a crime. Okay? I just didn't address the crime. I addressed the person that wrote the letter, that talked about the issue, and I advised the person how to heal themselves. I didn't address the crime because I'm not law enforcement or anything like that, and I am not going to recommend you to go to the police or go to the authorities or any of that, and I'll tell you why. And this is my opinion. This is my opinion. The police is not there for you. The police don't care anything about you. When you call the police into your life, any kind of disturbance that happens in your life, and you feel like you want to go and call the police, because the police are there to protect and serve. They're not there to protect you or to serve you. You call the police, you have child abuse. You call the police, what they gonna do? Come in there and take your child away. Take your child away from you. Because apparently you cannot protect your children. So the police will get involved. And then your child's got to go to foster care. Then your child's got to be interviewed and re-interviewed and all of that. It's a headache, people. Why would you do that? And then there's a record. Then there's a record of it. And that's why, women, a lot of them, when they get date raped or whatever, they don't say anything. They just go on with their lives and try to heal from it. Because when you engage the law into your personal life, they can destroy you and your family and your whole life. They don't care anything about you. All they care is the law. You see? And the policemen do not work for the people. The policemen work for the banks, the system, but not for you. They're not there to protect your kids or protect you or anything like that. They're coming in, take your kids, swoop them off to foster care where they'll be molested over and over and over again. No, I don't agree with that. No. No. That's why I wanted to address it. I stand with that. Don't be so quick to call the police. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're better if you can work out your own issues. Work out your own issues. And keep the authorities out of your business. Out of your business. Because you'll have more of a headache and a heartbreak if you contact them. And I know a lot of you counselors and, psychiatrists, psychologists are all going to disagree with me. But listen, you know what you do. You know what you do. You go in there and you interview everybody. You break up families. And parents have a hard time getting their kids back. If you love your kids, you love your family, take care of your family. And if you have abuse in your family, guard your children. I'm not saying you're helpless. Why are you helpless? Well, why are you helpless? If you suspect, like I think it was the last letter, this grandmother suspected that her daughter's either husband or boyfriend was molesting her granddaughter. And I guess somebody got upset because I didn't say call the authorities. Let me tell you, calling the authorities and the police is the last thing I think of doing. Period. I don't care what happens in my life. That's the last thing. You don't want the police in your life. And you don't want these authorities in your life either. Okay? It's a very touchy thing. It really is. But I say guard yourself. I'm about spirituality, guarding yourself. Okay? Guarding your children. All right? But we all need to ascend to be more spiritual and realizing that evil does happen in the world. But calling the authorities is not going to help that. What are they going to do? Even if the person, you have to go through trial and everything to even get the abuser convicted and all go through, what the hell? Who wants that in your life? You understand? It's really up to you. You have free will. And if you decide you want to go down that road, to call preventive services and all that kind of nonsense, go ahead. Go ahead and good luck to you. Good luck to you. But I'm here to tell you that this is an evil in the world. And going to the police or whatever is not going to prevent the evil. It's just going to exacerbate it. Okay? Because even these sexual offenders, they get out of jail and then they're in your neighborhood. You get the notices that a sex offender lives right down the block. So what? He lives right down the block. Listen. And the child is damaged. The child who was abused is damaged. That child needs to heal. Needs to heal. Okay? So I hope that you understand the message today. Now, the topic of today was women stand up and be proud of who you are. Stand up. Don't be afraid to stand up. And don't allow a man to try to make you sit down either. Love yourself among all things. And take care of yourself. And be of clear, sound judgment in your decisions, whatever they are. Because we all have free will. And on this channel, I tell you my advice, the way I live my life. Okay? And I'm hoping that it will help you to better your life. But bringing the police and authorities in your life is not a good idea. I tell you that right now. It is not a good idea. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for your affirmations for today, also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.